Right then, Joe, I think we've got the top 2 drivers of 2026, in your opinion anyway, here with us today. And what we wanted to do, having you done all the data, given us your reviews, which you've seen online and in video, put them head to head out on the golf course and help decide between the two. Why are these the top 2 firstly, and are they as close as you keep telling me?
Well, they're not. They're the top 2 for me. Like I'm talking.
Yes.
This is a selfish video, isn't it? Because I'm almost trying to build my bag. We're going to do a bit of that elsewhere, but I've got down to the 2 that I think, I'd say for me, but also maybe the broadest spectrum of players as well.
From the 2 bigger companies.
Because there'll be people watching this thinking, oh, I've got a massive slice, these are useless to me, I need those Max Ds. There'll be people who want the lowest spinning product possible, but broadest spectrum, the highest performing and the quickest heads I've tested. I was really keen to see it, like I said, from a data point of view, inside, really interesting, really close. I'll talk about that in a minute, we'll pop it all up on the screen. But I just wanted to get out. Where are we, Dan? We're at Cabot Citrus. I keep calling it Cabot Circus in Bristol. That's a shopping centre in Bristol.
No, Cabot Citrus in Florida, very different, two very different places.
Cabot Citrus Farms. We just played on the
Carew
course, and there's a load of drives out there. It's nice and open, but there's plenty of hazards of bunkers and waste areas to try and be able to hit some different shots. So it was it was a good test, and I'm still trying to get my conclusions together, but I'm getting
you're doing it right now.
I think so, and I'm getting more of an idea of the kind of the in-play characteristics. And people say this all the time, don't they? We get it all the time in the comments about nothing between them, data's the same. And to an extent that's kind of true, but when you see the slight flight biases, when you see I tried to hit a couple low bullets and one felt easier for that, and there's certain ones missing one way, one's slightly missing the other side. So these are the nuances that I personally think, when we're in this stage of drivers that do a lot of similar things from a ball speed point of view, from a forgiveness point of view, those are the differentiators for what we're really going to tune it and make it appropriate for everyone's game, and I was seeing that myself. And
this is the fascinating thing, it's all well and good you in the studio and getting your data, and that's a really important part of testing, but getting it out in real life is also really important. Let's talk about these models we've spoken about. You'll have seen it in the title and the thumbnail, but let's get really specific about this. We've got Qi4D Core and Quantum Triple Diamond Max.
The caveat here, some people will say, well, why have you not picked the Core model from each range? Why have you not picked the Max from the Quantum? Because I think these two are the most similar comparable products. So basically the core model in Qi4D this year, as you'll have seen if you've watched any of my reviews on the review channel or the written reviews, actually is basically the Tour only dot head of a couple of, last year in Qi35 and in Qi10. It's the head shape's changed, it's a slightly lower spin profile, but it is technically the core model, but it's on the lower spinning end of the spectrum, whereby this Triple Diamond Max that has come in is probably far more comparable in a launch and spin and overall profile point of view. So that's why A, I'm comparing them because I think they're most similar, and B, because I genuinely, this is a head-to-head battle to get in my bag.
To get in your bag, and they're very close. Spec the same, Ventus Black 6X.
Yep, 45.5 inches, both tipped an inch.
So it's a real head-to-head in spec point of view. And let's say the reason why I brought these two out is because the data was so close for you.
So data-wise, the main stuff I saw, I guess pound for pound, in terms of packing a punch, they were pretty similar. But in my testing, in those sort of that controlled studio environment, when I'm just freewheeling, I just move that quicker.
Yes.
So on average, the
TaylorMade went quicker through the air for you.
Yeah, for a number of sessions I had, the aerodynamic work, and that's the story TaylorMade have been giving us. There's no limit on club head speed, so we know ball speeds and CORs have been limited. But if you can move the implement quicker, then realistically, on the flip side of it, on return and your output is going to get better. And that's what I saw. I was swinging that on average around the 119 mark. I was more just over 117 with that, which actually equated to a very similar amount of ball speed difference. So it's kind of 2 miles per hour between each. So really, the Callaway was probably a more efficient head. If you're getting 2 miles an hour more ball speed, but you were moving it 2 miles an hour quicker, you'd expect to see that as a bigger gap. So I would suggest all the smash factors I was seeing, I was getting more efficient work from the Callaway head, but because I was moving that quicker and subsequently getting a 2 mile an hour quicker ball speed, I was actually hitting that a little bit longer. From a spin point of view, to get into the real nitty-gritty, the Qi4D core head was spinning a little bit lower for me, 2,300 revs. I was 2,400 with that. Okay. So it's like really nitpicking, very similar product. But yeah, I guess the point of today was to get out on the course into those real life situations. You've got a dog leg, left to right, right to left.
We've had a decent wind here today on occasion as well, affecting that. There's been a couple of holes you described quite beautifully as like puzzles, because there's bunkers, you don't quite know where to land it. And these are the things that never come into your head when you're in gathering data. So let's talk about them on the course then.
Oh, yeah. Am I going to get to a conclusion on this video? Because now I'm out on the course and I'm actually seeing more ball flights and seeing with the shape of the holes. I'm actually feeling most of my misses with the Qi4D are just a little weaker cut. My misses with the Callaway, the Quantum Triple Diamond Max, have just been what I've done there, just a bullet, hard, straight pull. It feels like there's a little bit more left in that than that.
Okay.
Which ordinarily a lot of good players would steer away from the one that goes left. I worry about right all the time.
So you're happy to see that.
And it's a really
that's a powerful miss for you, what you just hit there, actually.
The data, as we've seen, is like negligible between the two. The ball speeds, the spin rates.
I don't like the head coming.
Yeah, the clanging. Well, I thought I'd get them out so you could see them, and I've just made them hurt each other. And you nearly took my eye out there. I think I do prefer the look head-wise.
Seeing these in the sun, which we haven't seen at home, I prefer the Callaway.
Do you?
Yeah, I think it looks gorgeous.
I like, and what you see now with this Qi4D, outside, so I've been testing this a lot in a shed and indoor studios with artificial lighting, you can really see this like little copper, see a little copper hue.
I like that.
It's
I remember
hue. It's not
who's Hugh?
Hue.
You said that to me on the podcast. I was like, no.
Just
I haven't seen it in proper light. I completely agree. It looks gorgeous. They both look great. And as you said on the pod, and you said in your review, these feel like the two for this year. They're the two for you. And they're very pretty. I've enjoyed seeing and hearing you hit them. They sound great as well.
That sounds more powerful for me.
It's got a great thump to it.
Back nine, I'm going to try and do a bit more what I'm doing here. I'm going to try and hit some different shots. I've just been in stock drivers on the front. I'm going to try and cut a couple. I'm going to try and hit some low ones.
Good thinking.
Let's stress test them, eh?
Also pumped.
So I think, well, let's go. We'll start with feel. Feel for me, you, Dan on the camera, we were playing with Neil. Everyone was saying when I hit the Callaway, that's hit. Oh, that felt hit. That's ripped.
Beautiful
because
noise.
It's beautiful, but it's more aggressive. It's like slightly louder. It's slightly, I think, probably aggressive is the right word for it. Whereas the TaylorMade with the carbon face does have that kind of dull, thuddy. It's a thump, but it doesn't. It genuinely doesn't sound as powerful, but it is as powerful. So like the data again, so comparable, but it's a perception thing. Every time I hit this, you guys are like, oh, thumped. That looks good. That's hammered. That's hammered. It wasn't quite immediately screaming that from the feel and the sound, the acoustics coming from that one. So that was an interesting play. What I didn't love about Triple Diamond last year in Elite, I loved the whole head and I played it for a while. But two things about it, the last model was that the head was a little bit smaller. So this is the 460cc version. So the Triple Diamond you can get in Quantum is 450cc and sits a little bit more open. It's more compact, more pear-shaped. What they've done with the Triple Diamond Max, increased MOI, put it up to 460cc, spread the head out. And for me, all through the testing indoors and what I saw today outdoors, my miss was left, which I like. I mean, a lot of good players don't. A lot of good players want to take that left side of play.
Diath Sam wants to see it go the opposite way entirely, doesn't he? Yeah.
Exactly the opposite. I fear that big right. So if I just hit one and the club face just wanted to go a touch left on me, I'm fine with that. It's a powerful miss. And I just lose that high spinny one to the right.
And we saw that today quite a lot. They were misses, but they were well down there, not in complete nonsense. They weren't fanning up into the wind. They were going through it and being in a fine position for you. Yeah,
I would say it was a more aggressive miss. It was spinning less or closing the face down. It was hot and it was going. I'd say my miss on that was safer.
Yep.
It was spinnier. It was right. So I'm prone to it. I'm prone to that sort of high right. So I guess you've got to be careful what you wish for. Around a course like this was a little bit open. It's good to have a miss that's aggressive and just still be up there because there was a bit of room. But if I was playing another golf course where oh God, I've necked it, it's spun up, it's just dropped right, it's just in the right semi, but it's 25 yards back.
Perhaps more playable at Woburn, for example,
Let me get your opinion though, the looks wise, because I started out, I was 90...
Smitten.
Well, I was 85, 90% sure I'd be in Qi4D. I love the look of it behind the ball, love how squarely it sits. Love that white line on the top edge there, how it frames the ball.
Yeah, the crown of the Callaway in the sun today, and again, we're out in the UK. I've not seen the sun since maybe October. So to come out here and see these two heads in the light, and the same on the sole. I think the Callaway's sole in the sun looks even more. even better than it does back in the studio at home. So for me, the looks, the Callaway's absolutely killed it. This is a preference for me as well. It's awkward because he's right-handed for me, but I can see more loft on the Callaway because of the sort of laser etchings on the face. That's something I prefer. You like the white line at the top of the TaylorMade.
That in the TaylorMade, you could buy the fitting head that has the LMEs, the launch monitor label, so you can see more space. If that's a preference, you can get.
And I like a banner strip and you don't. I've got a banner strip on my current driver, you don't like a banner strip. And these are all real nitty-gritty personal things, but the Callaway in this sunshine has absolutely shone. Both clubs have, by the way. They look mint. Yeah. But that's an interesting thing, again, coming outside. Now, I knew you flew out here leaning toward the TaylorMade because of the data, because you played TaylorMade product before, yeah. And I just think you were like, I think this trip will confirm that this club will go in my bag. However, after today, and listen, we did play 18 yesterday, we played 18 today, 36 holes out in the sun in some nice conditions. I don't want to lead you, where are you at?
Yeah, I'm nowhere.
Great, that's cool. That's a nice conclusion for everybody.
I guess if you're hoping,
Where's the payoff for people, Joe?
I think to me this leads into the whole fitting isn't a one and done. Like, you can go into that fitting session, you can spend an hour and go, yeah, these numbers are great. I'll take that drive. And then you get out on the golf course and the misses that were deleted off the TrackMan or whatever in the fitting
are real.
You've got to go and play them. You've got to go and find them, and you've got to see it. And your swing, when you've got a consequence because there's a bunker over there and there's trees over there, is very different to your swing in the fitting bay when you can just drag another ball and clout it again.
Yeah.
So I used to see it all the time when I worked at Celtic Manor. There was a TaylorMade fitter, Tom Davis, used to bring the likes of Bradley Dredge and a lot of tour players down. And the fitting would take maybe, I don't know, a couple of hours to dial in what they think they want face angle and loft. But then they'd go out on the golf course and they'd put them on a tight hole. They'd go and find a hole with a left to right wind, and that's stuff. Like, how does stuff react when you're in that left to right wind and that shot you hate? And can you knock one down? I found I was more successfully knocking down that quantum.
The Callaway,
much more aggressive flight when I was trying to hit that punchy one. But when I wanted to scoop one up and get some better air time, I found I was better off leaning back and scooping that up. So I just...
Sounds like you need more time, actually, if anything. Yeah. And I'm sorry, that's not a great payoff for everybody, but that is the reality of testing equipment, right?
One more thing to note, though. I thought one of the outstanding qualities about Quantum Max, the TD, Max, the toe strikes. And we're going to get really into this on the review channel and really start getting into strike location, what we're seeing in terms of ball speed drop-off, spin drop-off, dispersion drop-off. I alluded to it on the Qi4D review, whereby out of the heel, that's unbelievable. Like the free hosel design that Ping have put in there, Sam, who was testing it, was losing like less than a mile an hour of ball speed, and some really severe heel hits. The toe strikes I was getting off the Callaway driver, yeah, of course, still drawing, still going left on me, but they were just ending up just into the left rough, for example. Like, a couple of toe balls with the TaylorMade that went further left than I thought, and like I said, I came out here leaning towards that. It's changed a little bit on course, so now I'm like, my only option is to go back into the lab.
Great.
More data, more of that, get back out on the golf course.
More golf, more real life, yeah.
Correct, and unfortunately that's people need to be aware of it. It's just a harsh reality of, we want it to be so easy. We want to get into a fit in, we want the fitter to go, oh yeah, you're 45.5 inches, your D4 specs 9 degree loft with this shaft, that's it for you, my friend.
Romeo done, yeah.
Show me on the golf course, show me on the pressure, all the things we've spoken about, all the unquantifiables. We've got two brilliant drivers, still to me, the two outstanding drivers of the year for someone of a moderate to quick swing speed. I think you're going to struggle to get the launch and the spin out of these if you're on the slower end of the spectrum. But the payoff for the video to me is exactly that. Just invest some time. These are big money. If you're going to be going into a new driver this year, more than ever, it's going to cost you more money. And it's only going one way. So put the pressure on your fitters, put the pressure on the people selling you this stuff to say...
Or go back for more than one fitting.
Correct,
on a different day when your swing might feel a bit different, X and Y and Z. Go to 1, 2 or 3 fittings and see how you get on is a good bit of analysis.
100%. But yeah, two similar drivers when you look at the launch data and you just look at raw numbers, very similar. You get out on the golf course, you begin to see those nuances, the personalities, what that does off the toe. When I'm trying to hit that low one, when I'm hitting that shape, you've got to get to know the characteristics and see if that matches up with what you want in your game. And I'm sorry there's no conclusion.
That's fine.
I'm sorry that you're looking at me like I've let everyone down.
We are just sorry. That Callaway driver is sat in the sun now, looks amazing. That's my takeaway from this. Thanks, Joe.
Also,
okay.
You're more than welcome. Yeah, you're trying to wrap up. I just want to know what everyone else thinks.
Yes,
so there's
yeah.
going to be a ton of B-roll over this. You should see this from every angle. You'll see me hitting it. We'll put some traces on. You'll see what's going on. Let me know if you think I'm missing anything. If you think I should lean to one. If you think I just looked better hitting another one, just let me know. And let me know what you would play. If you've tried it, really keen to hear it. And that's all I've got, Dan. I'm
Cool.
going to go and have some pizza.
Thank you.